Good afternoon and welcome to our lesson today. So far, we've captured in the last unit, we were able to do the ST, the star, the ses, and the sway. Okay, we were able to do that, and we're able to give circumstances under which we use the ST, when we use the star, when we use the ses, and when we use the sway. Okay, and we say an ST is a shallow, is a loop written in the same direction as the S circle, which represent the sound of ST, for words like last, fast, must, style, that is written either above, before, or after the end of curves. Okay, then we also say the same can also be used on straight strokes, for words like cost, test, stock. We also say the ST can also be used in the middle of some words like adjusting, suggesting. We also say that we can indicate the sound of S at the end of an ST for words like lasts, tests, assists, etc. Then we also say the star loop or the STR for words like poster is a large final loop written in the same direction as the S circle, extending 2/3 of the outline. So this is a bigger hook which extends to 2/3 of an outline that represents an star. So for words like administer, investor, master, faster, etc. Then we also say we can indicate the sound of S at the end of the star for words like posters, masters, investors, registers. Okay. Then we also talked about the ses circle, which we said it is a large circle written in the same direction as the S circle, which represent the ses. So for words like taxes, success, courses. Now the S circle is enlarged. Okay, then we also mentioned about the sway, so which is an initial circle written in the same direction as the S circle to represent the sound of sway, swim, swayed, swear, switch, etc. So I hope up to that point you guys have been able to do all that, and that you've also been able to do all the assignments that I've mentioned or had given. There was a practical dictation, the short form and phrasing practice, which I gave a dictation for, and I hope that you've been able to do that. I hope you've managed to do that up to that point. Okay. So what I wanted us to do today, I wanted us to go to something called the halving. Now when you hear the word halve is making it short. Halve means shortening. So this is a new concept in shorthand. Remember, we said in shorthand, it's supposed to assist you to be able to write as fast as you can. So what they do, they bring in concepts that will make it easier for students to be able to write as fast as they should. So halving basically is shortening. For example, if it's an outline like T, it is halved. You write half. It is half of that T. But you also don't write like that. You have to identify circumstances under which you're supposed to halve. Okay? So we say strokes are halved to indicate a following T or D. Yeah, so we say in words of one syllable, a light stroke may be halved to indicate a following T only. So you don't just halve, you must halve if there is a sound of a T or D in that word. And we are saying in words of one syllable, a light stroke may be halved to indicate a following T only. For example, tight. Yeah, tight. So tie it. Yeah, so there's a T and a T. So you have it to indicate the sound of that T. So tight. So it is halved. Yeah, halved means instead of you writing the whole tight, yeah, you write it as tight. Okay, yeah, notes. Yeah, so the N and T, yeah, notes. Yeah, you also have got a word like thought. Thought, yeah, thought. We've got let's. Yeah, there's an L and a T. So you only have if there's a following T only. Yeah, so we also say half length H when not joined to another stroke is always written upward. Yeah, so the hots, yeah, for example, hot, yeah, we use the upward hey. When not joined to another stroke is written upward. We also say in words of more than one syllable, a darker stroke may be halved to indicate a following D only. Now, this is not a T, but a D. For example, a word like bad, yeah, sorry, bad, yeah, dead. We also got a word like jade. Yeah, you see now this jade, you would have written it J-D. Yeah, but because they want to enable you to write as fast as you can, they've used the concept of halving. Yeah, so what happens is halving is supposed to assist you to be able to write as fast as you can. You also say the S circle is always read last. So we've got the tights, yeah, we've got thoughts, we've got nights, etc. So they're only telling us that you can also indicate the sound, the S circle, when it comes to halving. Okay, we also say a stroke may be halved to indicate either a following T or D in words of more than one syllable. So in words of more than one syllable, you can have to indicate a following T or D. Okay, so we've got a word like arrived. So arrived. So this V has been halved for D. We've got a word like method. Yeah, method. Yeah, we've got guaranteed. Guaranteed. So this has been halved to indicate a T or a D only. So we say in single syllable, words which have a final joined diphthong are also halved. So words like doubt, yeah, but words like doubts, yeah, because of the S, they are not halved. Then of course we've got words like cute or cute, yeah, issued, night, or night. Okay, so halving is a concept that enables you to write that outline, to not write the full outline, instead to make it shorter or to make it have the stroke so that it can represent the sound of other words. So up to that point, I hope I'm very clear. Now we've got something else that we call the halving and thickening. Yeah, so under this we say stroke M and N are halved and thickened to indicate a following D. Now these ones are halved to indicate a following D. So the outline, so the sound of M and D, M and N are halved and thickened. Thickened means they are heavy, you know, heavy, yeah, they are heavy to indicate the sound of a D only. For example, a word like maid. Now maid, you'd write it M-D, you know, yeah. But now look at maid. You know, the time it makes you to write M and D, and when it is halved, yeah. So we've got seamed, middle, named, assumed, and etc. You also say a downward L and a downward R are halved to indicate a following D. So we've got words like old, field, mailed, appeared, etc. But now they're also telling us if a sounded vowel comes before an L and a D, or an R and a D, the full stroke must be written. So here we don't have. So for example, a word like delayed. Now there's an L and there's a D. So we cannot have that. Yeah. We've got followed. There's an L and a D. We've got valued. Yeah. We've got relied. We've got carried. And we've got borrowed. Okay. Yeah, so we also say the halving system may be used in ordinal numbers. So ordinal numbers like 21st, you know, 21st, you write 21 and an ST that has been halved. We've got 22nd, that ND that has been halved. Then we've got 23rd. Yeah, so that can also be used in that circumstances. Now they're telling us that the halving can also be used in those circumstances. So they're also telling us there are circumstances under which we don't halve. Yeah, when we don't halve, we say to avoid confusion with that short form should and an upward R is never halved. Yeah, it is not halved when standing alone. So to avoid confusion of the short form should and, yeah, should and, the upward R is not halved. So we write it as whole. So that's why we've got words like rate, you know, rate, because now if you are to add this R to T, it will be like that. So this can be confused to read should. Okay, so that's why they're telling us to avoid that confusion. So we also say in words where the length of a halved stroke would not clearly show, the halving principle is not used. Yeah, so to avoid a situation whereby you're not able to tell whether that outline has been halved or not, especially on curves, you don't have. So that's why we write a word like fact, yeah, effect, locate, light, etc. Okay, so we also say to be clearly shown, a half length T or D must be disjoined following another T or D. So for example, a word like dated, you know, dated, yeah, so this T has been disjoined. Disjoined means they are written as separate, but they are written very close to each other, okay? So date, dated, yeah, dictated, yeah, so it is written close to each other. So when you also say when a final vowel follows a T or D, it is necessary to write the stroke in order to be able to place the vowel sign. So in this scenario, we also don't have, so because we got a following vowel, so we've got words like PT, body, agenda, window, into. Okay, yeah, so up to that point, I want you to go to your drills, yeah, go to unit, the first outlines on halving. I want you to drill those outlines 5 times each, yeah. Go to the halving and thickening. I want you to drill them 5 times each. The non-use of halving, I also want you to drill 5 times each. So I also want you to do reading practice 1, 2, and 3 up to 4. Yeah, and I'm urging you to make an effort of sending me your assignments. Okay, I have not seen your assignments, yeah, and I'm asking you to make sure that you send me your assignments so that I'm able to see in case we have issues, we are able to address them promptly. Okay, otherwise on those few remarks, I want to wish you guys a very nice afternoon, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.